Incidents of building collapse are becoming frequent in Nigeria, and authorities blame it on the failure to enforce building safety regulations. The Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, or COREN, says 22 incidents occurred in Nigeria between January and July 2024. Most of these recorded huge fatalities. Professionals in the building and construction sector say they remain committed to finding a permanent solution to the incidents of building collapse. At this stakeholders forum on the building industry, many experts prefer solutions to the menace.
I therefore urge all players in the sector to prioritize quality and safety above all else. Every stakeholder, from the contractors to the suppliers, must be committed to using approved materials and adhering strictly to standards. A quality-first mentality is the foundation upon which a safe, resilient, prosperous building sector can be achieved.
COREN says though it is focused on engineering regulations, monitoring and enforcement of standards, the government, however, needs to increase the scope of operation of the Standards Organization of Nigeria to do a better job.
We understand that the SON has been out of the nation's port for more than 13 years now due to such reasons as ease of doing business. We consider this as a gap that must not be left open if SON is to live to its full potential. We therefore urge the government to carefully review this occurrence to allow SON carry out their functions at the port without impeding the ease of doing business.
For other stakeholders, there must be an urgency to address current concerns and the need to enforce standards in the building and construction sector.
You will all agree with me that when we talk about collapse of structure, it's not just only about buildings. We have collapse of road, even our grid collapses sometimes. And it's something that we really need to talk about.
We identified that one area that has been a challenge that is causing the downfall of quality of product that comes from the university is due to lack of equipment. When we were students, my honorable minister, we were entitled to use one equipment per person. But recently I visited my university. I discovered that one university, about 50 or 30 students are surrounding the equipment. They don't have access to even touch the equipment. And these are products that will graduate and they'll find themselves in the construction industry.
The Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, John Eno, says enforcement of standards is not an option.
Getting it right is so desirable, is so necessary, is so critically important. I mean, I believe that on a daily, regular basis, when we find, indications and headlines about building collapses, about construction collapses, and I'm glad with the person who spoke and said it's not just about buildings. The different aspects of construction are all implicated.
The theme of the national conference is adherence to standard practices, bedrock of sustainable development in the building and construction sector. Godfrey Eshemoge, Arise News.